Stepping out of the darkness, there is always a moment, just a moment, where I have to wait for the hotel to find its shape. To find her shape. Tonight, she has chosen a small, old-fashioned form. The kind of place that used to be classy, but now the best it can hope for is recently dusted. The walls are wrinkled and damp. Moist decay permeates everything. Rot. It's a form familiar to guests and staff alike. Or it would be, if any were here. My only companions tonight are the shifting shadows that drift through the lobby. The gas lamps on the walls cast barely enough light to illuminate their frosted mantles. It rises from without and fades to black and rises again elsewhere, as if it were some dark beast, breathing slow with heavy bones. In this creeping void, I catch glimpses of perpetually dirty tile and overly soft chairs, the usual trappings of her lies. But on the edges of these shadows, just before I'm quite sure, is something else. Something more. Something wrong. The grout in the tile looks more like thick scabs. The chairs look a little sweaty. Or is that mildew? The light hits the front desk, and I could swear it looked like it was sagging and just a little pale. For no matter how infinite, no matter how endless, I have the perspective, the singularity among the endlessness to see through it all. Indeed, I now remember standing high above her as the snow flurried around me, and I watched a figure, or perhaps figures, trudge out of the black forest, and I could hear the chorus of the dead counting down. But as I stand here alone once again, I cannot remember what they were counting down to. There is another in the hotel. Everywhere the shadows shift, I see him. He isn't the manager or the lobby boy, but he isn't a guest either. He smiles like he knows something. I don't know what. He doesn't look familiar to me, though I do recognize him. He follows me with his scowl, and I feel his hateful intent, his cruelty. Who are you? Who are you? The owner of this. I'm the owner. You're neither. He steps back into the shadows, or the shadows reach out to pull him in. Either way, his smile never wavers. Freon and warm rot sting my nose. I let it wrinkle into a snarl and step into a passing shadow myself. Sir, I would be happy to show you to your room. You wouldn't know what happy felt like if you were laughing in the sunshine with a friend. If you like, you may follow me to the second story. Feels like someone's been following you for eons sometimes, doesn't it? But one way or another, you will be checked in to this hotel. Jealous? The shadows deepen and broaden as we circle one another. I catch glimpses of him in the corner of my eye, and only he knows what he sees when he looks at me. But the final vestiges of the hotel herself, sweaty gas lamps and a shrinking, bleeding square of tiled floor beneath us, are vanishing quickly. I will not run from you. But you will fear me. Blood trickles off the edge of the floor and drips up into the void above. I refuse to look up. Instead, I glimpse into his face fleetingly as he retreats again into shadow.
I know you well. Your pain runs deep. Your pain runs deep. Your pain runs deep.
Share it with me. Wrapped in my arms, we twirl together. He wrestles and wriggles and hollers, and I can't hear a word over the sound of eternity. We fall in every possible direction at once, and a few new ones that I didn't even know about. In the chaotic, noisy perpetuity, we spiral together, and knives fly out of me in every direction. Time and space becomes clay in our hands. It's stiff and resistant. It wants to hold the old, familiar shapes it's used to. It takes more than elbow grease to work it into something pliable. The blood on our hands softens reality, and it becomes something that can assume a more pleasing shape. But I have no interest in that. Shape anything however you like. Fight the good fight and toe the line. Break your back and your brow and your bones, and you bet the shadows on the wall will dance just like you told yourself they would. But eventually, the fire dies, the blood dries, the clay will harden again, and they will let you slip through the cracks that form there long before anyone will get their hands dirty pulling you out. Which means we're on our own, and the hotel's made another cryptic threat from her deathbed. My fire's not quite dead yet. There's still enough to light one last candle to huddle around. The lights aren't on, but I know they're all home. All I need now... Take me to the staff! My staff! My crew!
I don't know where they are. I don't know where any of them are. Don't you understand? This is the end. For all I know, they're all gone already.
She's still here. We're still here. Take me to them.
How are we supposed to find them?
The desk bell crawls over her arms, up her neck, across her face, nipping and scratching at her all the while. It dings and shudders, but she doesn't notice, doesn't react, only keeps staring into me with her dead, beady eyes.
I take his face into my hands and pull him close. Together.
Created by Veronica, California and Mark Whitten. Produced by Veronica, California and Jay and Ibis. Written by Veronica, California. The manager, Kelly Nienaltowski. The lobby boy, Mark Whitten. The owner, Graham Rowat. The bellhop, Rissa Montañez. The concierge, Damon Alums. The auditor, Wolfe. And Christa Lewis. Music by Lauren Picorni and West Rodri. Special guest composer, Zach Tatom-Drake. Art direction by Izzy, filthyguts Chavez. Staff writer, Lily Bensinger. Associate producers, Mark Whitten and Pacific Obadiah.